Hey guys, it's Mark. Just thought I'd jump on here and say, hey, what's up, guys? Well, anyway, so I didn't put my glasses on this time. You can tell. So lately, I've kind of been back to dealing with the voices in my head again. I don't understand why. I did stop my medication, and because medication seemed like it was making voices worse or louder or anything like that, stuff like that. So I decided to escape the medication and see what happened then, and it actually subsided for a while, or at least was less severe. So I don't know what's going on. So I've been kind of struggling with that. Start back up with my packs, a lower dose than what I was doing before. Maybe that I was going too toxic or something. Just trying to evaluate the situation, trying to figure out what I'm going through and why I'm going through it. It's kind of stupid. I can yell at them all I want, they still won't go away, and it kind of pisses me off. But I decided to be real about it, and let you guys know. As far as everything else going, everything's good. There's a lot of stuff going on with Charlie Hills, and he's in the newspaper a lot, so make sure you guys pay attention to that. Posting on the page a lot and making sure you guys are aware of what's out there and readily available for you to read and do your research on. As well as I'm just out doing, got the new tripod thanks to Individuals for Justice. So, got a good brand, fully adjustable. I modified it so I can put my little camera on it, my flip camera that I use a lot in a lot of cop watch videos and so forth. Works really well. Got that on it currently. It also adjusts. I can take out the modification and make it to where I can use my webcam for when I do streaming for Portland City Council and other events that requires live stream and so forth. So it's going to be good. It makes an advance, and as you can see, my camera's kind of zooming in on my face for some reason. I wonder why. Just kidding. There it goes. I got it on autofocus. So anyways, this ordeal here with Charlie Hales and the report card and his failure, is mainly his failure to cooperate, which is kind of funny. A lot of voicemails are in the not the Willamette Weekly, but the Portland Mercury, I believe it is. It's got his, come on camera, it's got his this kind of thing's being funny. All right, 1, 2, 3, thanks. So it's anyways, it's got some voicemails to talk about the past situations and voicemails that someone complaining from the tower up there in the Wells Fargo building. Sorry, I got a brain fart. I'm trying to think about this camera, but complaining about the homeless people out there and people, etc. Well, instead of making a change, it kind of shows the focus that instead of making a change to get them off the streets, what they did is made the focus to drive them away and scare them away and intimidate them and put them in jail. And all the evidence shows that instead of actually treating the problem, they just created a worse problem and created more conviction rates and created more institutionalizations, and just cost the city more money doing it that way versus actually having a proper outreach program in order to get them off the streets and put them into places or shelters, or build the shelter, let alone. And that's the main thing, is they keep not focusing on building the shelter, which is a huge, immense relief for the city, and not only the city, but for the homeless people. And I mean, the homeless people are the ones that actually suffer the most. For us indoors that don't experience it night by night, I met a man in a wheelchair yesterday that literally he's fresh out here, spent all of his money on hotel rooms and everything, and trying to stay out of the cold, and a lot of people are going to receive frostbite. I mean, it's going to get freezing out here. I posted up on the page, chill factor, etc., about what the weather is in comparison, etc., how long you can be out, even how long you can be out in the weather. According to this chart, it shows you how long it takes to require or to end up receiving frostbite or the onset of frostbite. It's an immense issue. It's a safety factor that's not being addressed. It's a health thing. It's I mean, we don't need people dying in the streets. Even it's just a horrible, wretched treatment that they're forcing upon the people. These politicians need to pull their heads out of their asses. What they need, Sam. Literally. We're in front of their faces on a constant basis, saying one thing after another on a constant basis. Usually a repetitive thing, the conglomeration of the same thing over and over and over again. Instead of dealing with that issue, they choose to actually avoid the issue and try to mask the issue. We pinpoint the exact problems because we are experienced in that, and yet they are so arrogant that they refuse to address it. Arrogance in a politician is totally completely unbecoming. I mean, you represent me, not only me, but the complete population of Portland. I mean, you need to be listening to us. We're the ones that are experiencing that which you're supposed to be working for and working to change, and yet you don't. So, Charlie Hales, you're a fucking moron. I'll be honest with you. Your failure is, obviously prevalent throughout the city. It's well known. You worst Portland mayor I've ever seen. I mean, Sam Adams, I'd prefer to have him in fucking office than you, dude. At least he was more for doing things and taking care of business, regardless of what he went through and what he was doing. At least when it came down to business, he was handling fucking business. So you fucking do the same, dumbass. That's just my pitch. That's my pitch to you. Man, they call you names. I'm sure behind closed doors, do the same thing to me. No politician likes it when you're right. They're supposed to be the ones that's right. They're the ones that's in office, right? What a dumbass fucking opinion. What a dumbass statement that is. What a dumbass fucking point of view that would be. But enough of that. Now that I got that out there, hopefully you'll recognize that I'm becoming such a public figure that I'm on the rise, buddy. Better watch out. I'm ready to take your seat. I'm not kidding. Alright. God bless you guys. Love all your families. Because you are all family. Some of us are just going through more struggles than others. Those that are blind, one day you'll wake up. Pray sooner than later. Amen.